into it after Twitch decided to explode on us, and here we are in round number 1. It is Oregon State. They're taking up the defensive half here, starting things off on Coastline and Illinois on the attack. We're sitting now at 90 seconds into the round, and we're sitting now at that even man count, 4 versus 4. Now that Sable found that pick on that player on the Aqua Balk. So very little attacking pressure has been made. The roam clear is still going down, as Lucky will be pushing that from downstairs. And our defenders, they're setting up sight. They're gearing up for this inevitable execute that is soon to come through.
Yeah, and another thing that University of Illinois is we're going to see Neptune fall down to the ash. But what they've been doing right now so far, University of Illinois has done a great job of droning out. They're taking their time. Though there are only a minute left in this round, as we're going to see the Nomad fall as Soup takes care of Stormy Days. Goyo is going to be protecting his shield, but we're going to see drones being placed. Sable is going to go down. Actually, we're going to see Sable take down Lucky. I apologize, but it's going to get refragged quickly by SC249. White Fiber is going to be looking here, but the drone's heavy placement right now. Very good plays. Got to take it slow here, especially on this first site, as everything transpires into the final 30 seconds of the round.
Yeah, now these 2 attackers are all that remains of this pressure, but only 2 defenders are remaining as well. Unfortunately for Illinois, Father Time is so significant. The time is ticking away, and this execute has not gone down yet, and it is going to be very hard to do so with no time on the clock. And with that Goyo shield detonated, that is a lot of fire in the way. You cannot push on into that, having to wait till 5 seconds left. There are still a C4 that could be ripped and sent sky high, but it is not going to be ripped just yet. It is going to be the pistol from Sweaty to seal it out. SC249 could not get the diffuser on the ground, and it will be Oregon State to start things off in style, and they will indeed get that first round defensive win.
Yeah, and exactly. I was complimenting University of Illinois for using their drone play to get the intel, to get the information they needed to make the attack. Of course, the problem is that if you take a little bit too much time, you become predictable. And in the final 30 seconds, I mean, having the defenders launch the Goyo shield, break it down, create a fiery delay to these attackers is really the result of that round here. So Oregon State doing a great job getting the first round, and let's hope to keep it up into the next coming round.
Yeah, now heading down to Kitchen and Service. This will be the second defensive site that is Oregon State are going to elect to attend, and we're going to see how this one is going to play out. But the vertical play is so important to this site. For our attackers to have success here, it is likely going to have to be a methodical map control approach, methodically taking from top down, get vertical control in Penthouse, get vertical control in VIP, and use the soft destruction ability of those breaching charges from the Ash. Your breaching rounds that the Fuse is going to bring to the table, brought by Miami here, and that is going to be the key focus of this round. Establish that top-down pressure and force these anchors to relocate, force them to move around this site, and don't let them get anything to stay, safe on that bomb site itself.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, or out of my mind, actually. Having the fuse is huge here, and if you win VIP, you're able to rain down the cluster charges from above to deter people on the kitchen site, which is kind of a popular site here. I think it's kind of easy to defend if you are able to anchor efficiently, not get trapped here, obviously. Having the fuse, though, for the University of Illinois is very pertinent that it stays alive, or he stays alive during this whole time, because we're going to see defenders lashing back and forth here as they know what the plan is right now, holding from Penthouse, and they're going to roll over to Theater. But, just doing that, having the pressure, getting the pixelized, we're going to see Sweaty go down from, I'm sorry, Sweaty's going to take down Lucky. I'm going to get that confused all night. But yeah, we're going to see already not an important thing, taking the Ash off the board.
Well, I'm just going to remind everyone at home exactly what's going on here. Because of that early Twitch malfunctioning, we were not able to walk you through our map bans. At the end of the map ban, it was Coastline, which is going to be Oregon State's pick. Our second map is going to be Clubhouse, that is Illinois' pick. And our decider map, I believe, will be Cafe, the classic collegiate decider. And now we're sitting here on Coastline, Illinois, elected to start on the attack here. And now with one round under their belt, Oregon State is going to be looking to continue that success going forward. Oregon State, the 16th seed here in this open league, and Illinois, the 17th seed. So these teams are a head-to-head matchup, and it's going to be a scrap fest all night long. My name is Jays Wills, and joining me in the booth is Barrett. Barrett, thank you for joining me, and thanks for having to deal with, well, all of these Twitch malfunctions and taking us through the remainder of round two.
Yeah, we had malfunction. Technology is the greatest thing. It also might be a little bit of a curse, but that's all right. We're back on the air, my friend, and I am glad to be joined with you tonight. We always just saw there the fuse throwing some cluster charges into kitchen as we saw Soup anchoring down with his echo. Doesn't die, but does take a few charges to the shoulder. So that'll be an interesting. We'll see what's going to happen after that. But he's able to avoid, I believe, Fuse has one charge left, but he's here with the AK-12. One was already taken off the board, but he is looking to make things happen. Stormy Days is going to take down Sweaty. It's going to be all evened up here at 4-4. 40 seconds left. We're going to have to make something happen here. Miami Dolphins is going to go down here, so the Fuse is off the board. Don't think he had any charges left, though, as Parsnipes takes him down. We will see what happens in the next 25 seconds here.
Yeah, now with only 20 seconds to go, it's Stormy Days pressuring from this service door, but it's Neptune who finds the shots on a SC-249. So things aren't looking too good here for Illinois with only 8 seconds left. They need to pressure onto the site. Stormy Days will do that, finding one, but Neptune with the answer, and now it's impossible for Stormy Days to make it happen. Lightning doesn't strike twice, and Stormy Days will be unable to clutch it up with the toxic canister, making it impossible to see, impossible to breathe, and impossible to win the round. With that, Oregon State will take their second round in a row, and on Coastline, you take every defensive win that you can get.
Yeah, and no shame to the University of Illinois wanting to go on attack first. There's no shame, like you mentioned. Coastline could be, it's not as easy to defend as some people think. I think the problem right now for the University of Illinois is we got to go. You got to go. The tempo is not there right now, and that's okay. I mean, these are the rounds you feel out right now, but you are playing with fire a little bit here. No pun intended, as we see stuff happen. But just trying to establish a tempo that you're able to make the defenders uncomfortable, because right now it seems like all they are doing from the Oklahoma State side, I'm sorry, Oregon State side, is sit back and wait for the attackers to come in very predictable moments.
Yeah, and we're going to have to see, what they can predict from this attacking team going forward. Of course, they've done a pretty good job so far. We've seen them stop this Illinois attack before it's even got started, and now we're heading to Blue Bar and Sunrise Bar. Now, Barrett, what I love about this bomb site is the fact that it doesn't just play as a bomb site. It plays as an entire map for this bomb site. And what I mean by that is, in order to take control of one of these sites, in order to get a plant down in Blue Bar or Sunrise, a tremendous amount of map control needs to be established beforehand. For example, if you'd like to plant in Blue Bar from offices behind the half wall there, you need control of main lobby. Well, why is that? Because you can remove the entire wall between Courtyard and Blue Bar and use the main lobby position as a defender to prevent the plant from going down. So if a Blue Bar take is on your mind as an attacker, you need to stop those defenders from holding main lobby as much as you can. And if you want to hold down Hookah, you have to play above. The vertical angles are ever so important on this bomb site as well.
Yeah, there is so much soft destruction, it seems like, on this site. Yeah, you mentioned the square there in the center, all of that soft destruction. As we see, it's opened up as kind of a rotation hole or a line of sight maybe. But you're right, you have to win this entire map here to win this site. I think I'm maybe going to predict here, maybe getting crazy, maybe a plant doesn't go down here. This is going to be a kills win for either side here, just because you need to establish so much control on this map. Also, it gets a little bit dicey when you're trying to plant, because there are so many angles for you to have to worry about while laying down the diffuser.
Yeah, now with a minute burned, we are going to see our attackers do that map control approach, or at least get as much intel as possible using their drones properly on that top floor. They have now determined that VIP is clear, that there is no defensive extension on that top floor that is going to be important to deal with. And so as such, the pressure is now mounting on Hookah. The pressure is now mounting in offices, as Miami is now going to start to swing on security. But there is a player in there. That is Sable, lurking behind this with the P10, and will not be able to find the shots onto one of the attackers. And this Thatcher is holding down this flank, refusing to get off this angle. a fight that's going to be important to see, but also the execute is not too far away. You're getting that wall into blue bar opened up, and you're getting some picks on the board. Snipes is going to be the next to fall, as Stormy Days will make it happen. And now with only 4 defenders remaining, you have to be very wary of this attack and wary of this execute that is inevitable at this point, with blue bar control nearly in their hands. And now it's going to go down. The plant is going down in blue bar, and there's no one here to stop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably eat my words here real quick. Miami has done an excellent job basically holding off this Mozzie, protecting his teammates. He's actually going to take down the Mozzie. So Sweaty is going to take down someone, and Miami is going to take down someone. So I'm eating my words as we speak right now, as the plant is going down. It's going to be a 3v2 situation, but it's going to be in the advantage of the attackers right now, as they have a line of sight of the diffuser. So up to Neptune and Sweaty right now. Miami holding an angle. He does not know that Miami is there. He's going to walk into a gunfire. Oh, wait. Miami's going to go. No, Miami's not going to go down. The defuse is going down, though, so the distraction may have just played out. But no, the pistol from Miami is going to take down Neptune as Illinois win their first round of the map. A lot of action going on right now. That is a fascinating job by the University of Illinois. Great job of establishing a line of sight on the diffuser.
Well, I got to admit, I'm a little bit surprised that that take actually worked so well. There wasn't a lot of worry about that extension on the main lobby side or even on that vertical control. It was simply a full push into offices, ascend into blue bar, you cover your flanks, and you just get the diffuser on the ground. And I'm surprised it worked so well. I'm surprised that Oregon State didn't have a solution for a direct approach. But sometimes, Barrett, sometimes when you're making those strategies, you can overlook even the simplest things. You're going to expect your opponent to run the gamut, to bring the most impressive strategy they can, but sometimes just walking into sight and getting the diffuser on the ground can catch a defensive team off guard. And when those moments go in the favor of the attacking team like it just did for Illinois, that really means that the round is basically theirs at that point. And so now we're sitting at round number 4, and Oregon State have no interest in heading back down to the blue bar and sunrise bar bomb site, and they're going to be heading up to hookah and billiards once again.
Yeah, and I absolutely do not blame them. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a very simple strategy, which, worked out, prevailed. You don't have to get fancy with it sometimes. Just going in and holding angles and letting your one person with the diffuser go down and lay it down, it works sometimes. So, yes, going back to hookah, great job here. Might potentially see a peek out here as Sabo's going to get crazy. Knows the ash is there. Is not going to hit, though, so he is going to be wishful thinking, as Lucky is going to probably escape with his life, unless he's trying to play with fire a little bit more. No. Sabo is going to go back up. Sabo or Sable, or however we're going to say it tonight, is going to go back to safety. So, yeah, I think playing this site is a lot easier, and you don't have to worry about as much angles as the other one.
Well, with those angles now being established from the roof, I mean, we talk about coastline and how much roof play is involved because it's such a key factor in this round. We're going to see the Habana use those X-Kairos pellets to open up that pink wall as soon as possible. And we're going to see Sable here go for this challenge. A dangerous fight to take if you're a defender, but if you're a rook, with a 2-time scope, it's going to get ever easier. Sable going to take the shot, but missing the head just a little bit, trading back and forth, and Sable's actually going to end up worse in that engagement overall. No surprise, as taking a fight on the roof is a dangerous, dangerous thing to do. And now, with a minute burned in this round, the attackers' progress is little to none at this point. Stormy Days is in VIP, though, and Lucky is going for that roam clear. Lucky is one of those players to keep your eye on all night, folks, because this is one of those gunners, those entry fraggers who can light up a scoreboard at a moment's notice. And so now with a minute 30 left in this round, Lucky is trying to decide whether to commit to the roam clear of Neptune, who's hiding out in blue bar, or go for direct site pressure, and it appears that the Ash will be opting for the latter.
Yeah, we're going to see White Fiber go down, take down Par Snipes here. So already a little bit of progress happening for this attacking side, trying to build momentum from the last round as Miami's going to take down Sabo, who was hurt from that original engagement on the roof. Stormy Day's going to throw up the air jab to protect any of the flanks. Miami, though, looking to add another kill here. Sweaty taking a particular angle next to the router, looking through VIP. Punch hole there in order for Goyo to do anything. But right now, you're going to have to swing and that is going to be wishful thinking as we see Sweaty is going to take down Quite Fiber here, so it's going to be a 2v4. The diffuser is going to go down, but that is also means Sweaty is going to go down in himself as SC249 guns him down. Soup is left all by himself here, looking in a terrible situation. He's going to take down Lucky, though, but he ate a bunch of bullets in that engagement. Looking really rough here right now as Miami has got an angle on him as he walks through the pink bar, but Flash is going to go out. Stormy Days is Miami's actually going to go down. Is Soup going to clutch here, ladies and gentlemen? There is so much going on. He's actually going to take down Stormy Days. He's just got to worry about one more guy, but he also has time on his, not on his side. The defuse is going to go down. Do they hear it? Yes, he does. SC249 takes down Soup, killing the chance of a clutch. Maybe a top play of the match was just killed right there.
Oh, a nearly brilliant clutch there from Soup. There was a very interesting wallbang kill, a very impressive one at that there from the Goyo, but at the end of the day, at the end of the round, it is Illinois who prevailed on their billiards execute. So a good execute characterized by just brilliant flank watch, brilliant gunplay, and they simply did not let this Oregon State team build their way back at any point. There was only one defender remaining at that moment, and really, while there was something that the Goyo could do, it could not be felled. The man advantage was just a bit too much for the time that was remaining in the post-plant situation. So Oregon State will be electing to try it once again. And now, Barrett, you and I, we talk a lot about what happens when you go back to the same site twice in a row. And often, it's not the greatest idea. However, if you change something up, things are going to be okay for you. But it's dangerous. It is so dangerous to be going back to the same site twice in a row simply because clearly the attackers know what they're doing on their attack. How are you going to change up your strategy to adapt to what the attackers have brought to the table? We saw them successfully defend this site in round number 1, but the second time that they tried to bring it out, Illinois was simply too prepared. What is that change we're going to see? I guess we're going to have to tell.
Well, and another interesting, there's going to be great adaptation, of course, especially going back to the same site. You don't want to give the same look, or the other team is obviously going to figure it out if you're attacking. The change, so on the attacking side already, we see is Lucky dropping the ace, or I'm sorry, dropping the ash and picking up the fuse. So bringing the AK-12 on the board, yes, great, but I think you lose a little bit of the speed, which you want as an attacking team. Interesting to see. We'll see how it plays out, but that right there, I mean, they're going back to the same site. Why change? Of course, they don't know that they're going to go right back to the same site, but that's right there is going to be a difference in the map or in the round already.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how round 5 is going to unfold here, but it seems that we are going to get a very similar attacking strategy from this Illinois team for the time being. You enter from that master side, you get a player in VIP, you take roof control, you take pink bar control by opening up that wall with the X-Kairos pellets, but I believe they weren't able to be detonated just quite yet. There are mute jammers in play. There are a lot of gunners who are just trying to shoot out those X-Kairos pellets on that pink wall, and so that wall will remain fully hard at this point. But with the clear going down now, the next player to be forced out will be Parsnipe and will be Sable. Sable on the Rook is contesting this bathroom drop, but actually going to miss most of those shots. SC249 only taking about 50 points of damage. Parsnipe's tried to support his teammate, but it was a bit too late, a bit too ill-advised, and Lucky will capitalize on that mistake and will take down Parsnipe. So now the defense is on the back foot here once again, and Illinois is not wasting any time to get the pressure going directly on this site. Miami's already pressuring into Aqua, as are 2 other defenders, and Soup is the only player directly contesting this position from behind the deployable shield.
Yeah, and Soup's going to try to keep himself alive here. If he got the Goyle shield is going to go off, so he can't escape from that rotation hole, but he doesn't want to, as Miami is holding a very similar spot last time, and Goyle is going to get gunned down as Miami takes care of Soup. Excuse me. It's going to be a 3v2 in favor. I'm sorry, I speak again. SC249 is going to take down Neptune, but Sweaty's going to take down Miami, sitting in the bullet hole that he was originally in. Sweaty's going to take down Stormy Days, so it's going to be left here in a 2v2 situation. All he has to do is just defuse the diffuser. I'm sorry, excuse me. But the Quite Fiber and SC249 are going to be holding the angle here. Sweaty's going to go for it, but he is going to be safe here as Sabo saves his life as Quite Fiber is going to go down. SC249 is going to gun him down, and it's going to be a repeat, but not enough time here. So time was on the side of the University of Illinois, and then Oregon State flips the tables as Sweaty is able to destroy the diffuser.
Well, that was an interesting post-plant situation, to say the least. Normally, in that situation, you would see your defenders double swing on that Aqua Balk, get those frags, get the trades as a team, working together to get those kills. And it wasn't looking too good for Oregon State. All of a sudden, when the diffuser was down, the defenders were holed up in billiards, just holding some long angles. But when the diffuser went down, they decided, let's not swing on Aqua Balk. Let's get a man on the diffuser while the other defends that position, and that strategy seemed to have worked out well. They will end up taking the round, sitting at that 3-2 split, and on Coastline, a map that is the most 50-50 even split when in talking about defensive side and attacking side. They are looking pretty good right now. Whether or not they win this round, going into their attacking half, things are looking pretty strong for Oregon State. You would expect the Oregon State attack to be a little bit more refined, especially because they elected to go to this map here tonight. And of course, it could be one of those pocket maps for Illinois, but it definitely is a stronger map for Oregon State. At least you would expect it to be so.
Right, and we've seen moments already tonight of where things have kind of just gone like little instances of, okay, this person's swinging here, this person's swinging here. I mean, we saw just last round a life being saved by a bullet as a swinging player from the outside attempts to deter the diffuser from being destroyed. So yeah, I think you are right. Oregon State's attack will be a little more refined. That's just what I hear from the rumors on the street. The street speaks words, Jay-Z. So I think, you're right. They're going to be looking good right now, 3-2. Even if they don't win this round, 3-3 going on to the attacking side, it is pretty decent here if you're Oregon State. So we're going to see what transpires here as we enter the kitchen bomb site again. So we're going to be looking at roam play is going to be key here. As I see, a Monty has been brought here by Miami. So it's going to be an interesting how they deal with that on the Oregon State side.
Well, the other approach to this site is ignore vertical control, slap a Monty in the doorway, and get a plant down as soon as humanly possible. And Illinois honestly looked like they might be tempted to employ that very strategy. You see Miami here on the Monty roll, eking up on this service door, and with ample support from the team that is now starting to establish this vertical control, things are looking to get started here. But you mentioned it perfectly, Barrett. There is a roam presence. It is Sable and Neptune. The players elected to contest the vertical play, elected to be a thorn in the side of this attack at all possible turns. But Neptune, being spotted on that drone, will not elect to contest it any further and will elect to rotate down to the site to support the remaining anchors. And with that fuse charge going off, detonating on the site, Parsnipes is the only remaining defender on this initial service bomb site. Of course, you do have Echo. That is Soup using the Echo drone to provide that intel, to provide the potential use of that Yokai drone to your advantage. But other than that, the defenders are off-site, and if the attackers realize this, they could focus their efforts at a full service push, and well, it looks like it could work out fine.
Yeah, we're going to see all roamers coming back here. It seems like they've been in comms right now talking about turning around and laying the diffuser down right now, but just not willing to pull the trigger on that as we speak. But we're going to see, I believe, out of fuse charges right now. So, the hole above is going to open up as Lucky takes care of Parsnipes with the hammer here. So, interesting play here by Lucky. Great play, actually. Soup, who's taken a couple bits of damage during previous exchanges, is going to go down. I think they're going to, they're laying down the diffuser right now, protecting it with the Monty. So I think right now, all you have to do is sit there on the bomb, a very cheeky plant, if you will, right here to sit on the diffuser. So right now, they have the advantage right now as there is so many angles to cover on the outside here. We're going to see SC249 take down Neptune, the roamer once previously notified by his team. Sable's going to take down SC, though, as he is going to be sitting here. So Monty is alive, and we're going to see Lucky take down Soup, who was hurt to half health earlier. 17 seconds left on the clock. Sweaty's going to go down, trying to rush out to get the Monty. This is an excellent play here, JZ. As Sabo is going to be finishing up, but he is going to have really nowhere to go as he is going to get gunned down by Quite Fiber. And Illinois is going to tie it up here in round 6 as they are going to enter the different flipping sides of the map. That was an excellent strategy.
It
Absolutely.
was. It absolutely was. I mean, we honestly predicted that perfectly, Barrett. I mean, we said that that service attack could be pretty fruitful if used appropriately, and well, they ignored extreme map control and decided, let's just slap a Monty in play and let's walk in that door. Now, from the side of Oregon State, you've got to be a little bit disappointed by that defensive effort. It's very common to do the strategy that Illinois just employed, and you need to have the utility in place to deal with it. And we had the yokai drones in play. We had the Echo on the field, but unfortunately, whether it was the timing of that, whether Soup didn't play it properly, we didn't actually see those yokai drones do the work that they could have done, and that it would be removing the shield from the Monty and denying the diffuser from actually going down on the deck. And because that didn't happen, because there wasn't a proper application of utility over on that service side, the Monty play worked. And it worked brilliantly, and nothing is more difficult than having to deal with a Monty, the shield legend himself, in a post-plant situation. Because all Monty has to do is stand behind that shield, stare at you the entire time, and if there's one teammate to support him, it is all but over. Unless you have an overwhelming an overwhelming man advantage going into the post-plant situation, there is very little chance that a defensive team can retake against a Monty and a player behind the shield.
Yeah, and I think the University of Illinois had that one in their back pocket, and we always talk about, okay, what do you want to do in your playbook? Like, you need a round, you need a win here to tie it up. You don't want to be down a round going into the side flipping. So I think right there is a perfect example of, okay, we practiced this. This is a play that we could think that could work, and came to fruition. I think the plan worked phenomenally. So right now, as a sides flip here, you're even ground, but I think if you're Illinois, you got to be happy of where you are right now, 3-3.
I would agree. I think both of these teams are probably absolutely fine with the scoreline right now, and it really is all up to this next half. The second split of this map is going to be everything. And for Oregon State, whose map pick this is, they are going to be looking to step ahead here and make the difference on their attacking half. And well, for Neptune, he's hoping that a Blackbeard with a face shield in front of his gun can help him do that. It can help him make the difference. And Blackbeard has those big advantages. Of course, you can't get headshot right away, but there are some disadvantages. You can get tunnel vision, you can lose some focus, and you have a very slow firing weapon. The fast firing gun, however, of the Habana will no longer be a play in this round, as Lucky on the castle found a pretty good kill on that Aqua Repel. Sable has an answer for that, though, as Stormy Days will be cut down, and only 4 players now remain for each of these teams. But with the attacking pressure a little bit split right now, not quite concentrated in one location or another, they're having a bit of a hard time deciding exactly how they want to approach this, one would call, the tertiary bomb site. We are, of course, on the least expected bomb site, or at least I would expect from most collegiate rosters. But from Oregon State here, or from Illinois rather, they seem to be prepared. They seem to want to go to Blue Bar and Sunrise, and so far, it is working out well.
Yeah, it is absolutely working out well. I think what helped them right now is the diffuser was not in possession of anyone. So we're going to see Miami challenging the ace here, and the Ash is going to win here. Sweaty's going to take down Miami, not with too much left to his life though. So it's going to be interesting to see how he stays alive during this. The drop is going to go down. SC249, I believe, saw the Ash drop down. So we're going to see Lucky with the slower firing gun, as you mentioned, going to take some bullets as he was unable to land any bullets. He's going to get droned out here. So he is going to have to get out of trouble here. Main lobby, we're going to see very close an engagement. White Fiber is going to go down as Parsnipes takes him down, holding inside the square there. Parsnipes is going to get another kill on Lucky, so the Ying doing its job, and the attackers are going to win. Oregon State getting the job done here as Sabo gets the winning kill to win the round.
That unfolded in an interesting way. We didn't really see exactly, how that defense was able to be so successful, really unsuccessful rather. The attackers simply just took them down at every turn. And Barrett, I mean, we didn't see like a cohesive approach to that attack from Oregon State. And that's why I'm a little bit surprised in the way that it played out. We didn't see them get that full execute, a coordinated use of utility and comms and strategy from multiple angles. It was simply kill every defender one at a time. And well, at least in that round, things worked out in their favor.
Yeah, and you talked about it right at the start. Okay, Neptune, as we see Neptune leave here, you talked about it right at the start. Gun skill is the biggest thing on this map because it is a very awkward map, I guess you could say. It's 50-50 both sides. So whoever is going to win the gunfights are going to be the ones who prevail on this map. As we see here, I'm unsure what's going on, Jay Z. As we saw Neptune just leave there, potentially a rehost will be in effect right now. But right now, it's 4-3 in favor of Oregon State. A lot more action to come here, Jay Z. I'm excited.
I absolutely am. I do think things are looking good. I think these teams are absolutely gearing up to continue this second half and make it even stronger than we've seen so far. I mean, overall, as a general picture of this one, it has been relatively even on both sides. On the first defensive half, of course, it was that 3-3 split, but even in the rounds, they unfolded in a very back and forth way. It was the roller coaster of a round where one team would get a couple of impact frags, but then the other team, they had an answer for it right back. There were very few rounds where it was a landslide victory for one team or the other. There were a couple, though, but there weren't a lot where it was clear that one team would be the victor very early into the round. And often, when we see very structured teams approaching this map, it will be very clear who is going to win. You know, you lose your Zofia early, you lose your Ash early, and maybe a hard breacher early. All of a sudden, your attack is done with. But if you take care of a extended roam, you take care of some tough players that would normally be very hard stuck anchors in power positions very efficiently, then you're going to get ahead of the game. You're going to get ahead of that defensive team and you can take that round win. But simply, that's not what we're seeing. It's a more loose style of play here. And often that can work out pretty well. It can really allow these teams to play looser, play relaxed, and play confident. And that allows their gun skill to work out well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about the gun skill, right? Like you said, I think tempo is another big thing right now, especially for both teams. Oregon State, I'm sorry, not Oregon State, Illinois had struggled with that the first two rounds there, which is totally fine because these are the feeler out rounds. But at the end there, they picked it up, tying it up 3-3. Of course, we just saw Oregon State win the last round 4-3. Action is going to be soon, very quickly, as we are back here very soon. But I think right now, if you're Oregon State, you want to keep the momentum going. The rehost, yes, we've seen in the past. An illegal skin has kind of deterred. Maybe in the past, we've seen momentum broke down or destroyed by whatever a pause in the action. It's very interesting. The rehosts allow you to collect your thoughts and create better
Attackers need to
strategies.
locate and
Maybe
defuse as many
reflect on what's
bombs as they
happened
can.
so far.
It absolutely can change the momentum of the round. It can change how things are going to unfold going forward because, like you said, Barrett, it allows the teams a moment to step back, to regroup, and to
Bomb
refocus
located
their
by
efforts
attackers.
to a particular thing. And so for Illinois here, they are going to be looking to come off that short break with aggression, with a round under their belts, and prevent Oregon State from going ahead with any sort of momentum because on coastline, we talked about how frag heavy this map is. Momentum is even bigger of a factor. If you're confident in your gunfights, if you're confident in your ability to take down every defender, you are simply going to prevail at every turn. And so that is what Oregon State are going to continue to do. And if they get a round or two under their belt going forward, things are looking great for them. Their momentum is going to be in there firmly in their grasp, and they're going to shut down Illinois at every possible turn.
Yeah, and so you're right. Coming out here with momentum, coming out here with an ability to execute right now, especially with the moment, just the time to reflect, is going to be the goal here
Bomb
for Oregon
located
State.
by
Illinois
attackers.
got to feel pretty decent though where they're at. Oregon State, this is their pick, as they're going to see the mute deter any drones here from being around in the site to reveal the position of the defenders. A lot of utility dump is going to have to be in here, so we're going to see ADSs and the Momai in here. So preventing all types of utility happening inside hookah here is going to be the play. So we're going to see just everything kind of come to a halt right now, though. But right now, if you're Illinois, you got to feel confident right now, as we're going to see multiple roamers in the both previous bomb site, the double bar position, to deter anyone coming down from the first floor up to the bomb site.
Yeah, it looks like Sweaty has it on his mind to get this clear going, just making sure that there's no vertical play. But a little bit of a missed drone, actually. But actually, SC249 revealed his position despite the missed drone early on. So the information has now been acquired. Sweaty is aware that there is a Mozzie playing in Sunrise, and that is a player that is either going to have to be dealt with or cut off from rotating back to site. This doesn't have to necessarily be dealt with if you're not going for a hook a plant. If you're going for an aqua take and going for that default aqua or billiard strategy, you are easily going to be able to take it regardless of the sunrise presence. But a hookup push needs to be dealt with if you're going to have to take that control of hookah, because vertical play, a C4 from below, can send you sky high and can shut down a plant opportunity before it even starts. But now with the smokes going down, and now with Sable and Parsnipes pressuring on this Aqua side, and the Toxic Babes ringing out as well, it seems clear that Illinois, or Oregon State rather, have it on their mind to get this Aqua push. Soup will find that headshot on to Stormy there, and that will now swing the man advantage in favor of this attacking team. Oregon State are now looking to go ahead with that kill and now allow it to turn into an execute on this site. But with 30 seconds left, Sweaty is still concerned with that vertical pressure. There are two defenders downstairs and looking to deny this plant vertically, because there is also very much potential for an aqua vertical play to work, or a billiards vertical play rather. You can shut down the default plant with some holes from below. If so, Miami is not dealt with, this could be very potent. One Toxic Babe remains, and despite Sweaty getting that kill onto Quite Fiber, that is a big smoke grenade and a big C4 that's going to rain on through. It's going to deliver Parsnipes to the grave, and these two defenders might be able to prevent this from going down, but Sable, with just in the nick of time, will grab the diffuser, get it on that billiards desk, and now with the diffuser going down, the diffuser planted, it is now a post plant, it is now a 1v4, and SC249 needs to retake. With SC249 now swinging up the stairs now with 30 seconds left. He finds one headshot onto Soup and now needs to find three more. The swing, the pre-fire is there. That's Sweaty to hit the floor. Now two more only need to be found, but they're going to prove very elusive here. All they have to do is play safe, play passive, and Sable will do it. Sable will do exactly that, and that will deliver Oregon State to that victory in the round, now sitting at that 5-3 scoreline on their attack. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my co-caster had to dip out for just a moment. Barrett, are you with me?
Jay-Z, can you hear me, man?
I can.
Okay,
Breathe, my man.
my man, I don't know what happened. I don't know if Ferris State internet just all of a sudden took an absolute collapse. But I am back. I was hearing my calls, and then all of a sudden I was hearing your voice, and I was like, "Oh no, I am not talking. I am talking to myself here in this small room in my apartment." But yes, we are back. Catch me up to what just happened. I will get everything back up for the production team, but catch me up right now.
Of course. Well, we just saw a brilliant, well, a pretty calculated attack there from Oregon State. They got full aqua control. They used that to get the billiards plant down, but some brilliant vertical play from Illinois below almost made that impossible. 1 second was the only edge that Oregon State had, because the initial plant was denied, but a very wise Sable grabbed the diffuser, put it on that billiards table, and got the plant down narrowly before the time ran out. And it was a 2v5 retake situation, and one that could not likely go down well. And Oregon State did take the round. So now we're sitting at 5-3, with Oregon State maintaining that momentum. Sweaty, Sable carrying the team, not carrying, but definitely putting up the biggest numbers right now. And these are always the moments where you gotta shout out your support players. You gotta shout out Parsnipes for playing the Capitao, a crucial operator to be bringing on Coastline, almost a necessary one, but a very, very valuable Brazilian operator to bring to the table, and one that can make your attacks go so much better. And so because of that support play, enables that flashy play that Sweaty and Sable are putting to the test tonight. You gotta shout out Parsnipes and Soup and Neptune for that flex support kind of work.
Yeah, and Parsnipes has done an excellent job of getting picks where you need them. Has definitely gotten frags at closing moments of each rounds as we've progressed throughout this first map here. I think I don't interesting part that we saw from our wonderful observer was we saw an echo drone placed basically in the similar spot there on service to prevent and a chance if anyone's going to try to come in there and do a quick plant that we saw from the University of Illinois. So an excellent play there, but just trying to prevent as we see the yokai sitting right above there on the service door there to prevent any quick plant. But a great job by the University of Illinois.
Yeah, we're going to see them try to get this pressure mounting, that vertical control established, and there is SC249 who are going to try to shut this down at every turn. But an ill-advised swing will bear his death, but will also bear one kill. So a trade will go down, and Sweaty picking that one up will add to his 11 kill, now 12 kill tally. And with Neptune, Galaxy between him and Miami, it doesn't matter. The kill is delivered, and the yokai drones will no longer be a factor. That is a big early pick and an extremely detrimental one for Illinois. Now, without the yokai drones, there are only 3 defenders remaining, and they are going to have to do all the work without the support of the Echo and the Mozzie. And now pressuring from all angles, these attackers are looking to find more kills before an inevitable plant is going to go down. Stormy Day's location is known, as is Quite Fibers. And Neptune, a double kill on the round, will deliver the Wamai to his early grave.
Yeah, we're going to see Sabo here looking down here. It looks like there's going to be an engagement. Stormy Days running around with very minimal health left. So he's basically a gunfight away from losing his life here. Holding crucial angles here to prevent Stormy Days from running back to site. Of course, he's going to come through the center gate or the center square there. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I mean, in a 4v2 right now with very minimal health, we're going to see smoke come out from outside. No one's going to prevail here. Oh, almost going to run into a frag. The plant is going to go down. Neptune's going to take care of Lucky. The plant might not even be needed, and I was right. Sable is going to take down Stormy Days, who had very little health to begin with, and they are going to win round 9 here, extending their lead even farther.
The lead now extended and match point now on the horizon, or match point now in the game. Now will be the factor for Oregon State and this Illinois matchup, but it is, of course, just map point. It is Oregon State's map pick. You would expect them to be stronger here, and sitting now at round number 10, it does seem like they are the more competent roster here on Coastline. Illinois, though, they can crawl it back. They have had a big season. 2-2 was their overall regular season record, and that just shows to me that their mental game cannot be felled or cannot be slowed down by a defeat here or there. They had some impressive victories, some unfortunate losses, but they know what it is like to crawl it back from a deficit like this. They've done it before, and they're going to need to do so again here on map number 1. And it does not look like that collegiate special, I like to call it, the reversal of those map picks where one team takes the opponent's map pick and vice versa, is going to come to fruition here this evening. It does appear that Oregon State are looking to run away with their own map pick as early as they can. And now sitting at 6-3 with 7-3 on the horizon. Their next attack, now attacking Hookah and Billiards once again, is going to hope for them to be successful.
Yeah, and just to talk about the University of Illinois, I mean, they are used to adversity, being 2-2. So they, some of these teams here, even at the top, they haven't lost, so they don't know what it's like to lose. They haven't been, I guess, humbled, you could say. Pressure makes diamonds, so it's not over yet. But I think if you're Illinois, you want to come out here and at least give a little fight to carry momentum into this next map, which is your pick, which is always a morale booster, always a helps you understand what's going to happen, what's going on, as we're going to see them go back to Hookah here and attempt to defend it here to keep the map going.
Yeah, now with only about 30 seconds burned, we can start to get a look at where this attack is going to attempt to approach the site from. But we've seen from Oregon State is they are very versatile on these attacks. They can slam the pressure from one direction of the site, but at the same time, they can approach from all angles, from all positions, and they can make every defender, no matter where they're located, feel a world of hurt. And Sweaty will be positioned on this Hookah balcony, while Neptune, Soup, and Sable push from the other side. Sable will be pressuring here in Aqua once again. This is the position we've seen the Zofia in multiple times now tonight. And this roam play from SC249, which is looking to capitalize on any unaware attackers, has so far not found its target, and Sable is looking to find his target, looking to find that roaming player, that Mozzie.
Yeah, and Mozzie's going to be held up there, SC249s, just looking to stall as much as possible. As we're going to see the Kaid, Quite Fiber, take a little bit of damage. As we're going to see Parsnipes, the support player who deserved the recognition, to get himself down to 25% health. That is okay, though, as he's able to escape. But if he gets another gunfight, surely his life will be lost. Parsnipes just doing all he can to do whatever to contribute to the team. See, Miami just missed him there. Claymore is going to go down, though, so that will be huge for flanking, as Neptune is going to take down Lucky. Lucky been a awesome player so far for the University of Illinois. Neptune looking to get another kill here. But right now, the Nitro Cell is going to go out. It's not actually going to connect. How? It looked very close. Soup is going to get taken down, though, so instead I'll do it with my gun. SC249 takes him down. The res is going to come from on Parsnipes, but he's going to go down anyways as Miami finishes him off. Right now, it's going to be a 3v3 situation here, looking on cool vibes. Sweaty's going to find the Cade. It's going to finish him off, so Sweaty making this also easier for the Oregon State team. He gets another pick here. The outcome is more imminent than ever. Miami Dolphins says it's not over yet. It's all right, though. Miami's going to have to stop as the plant is going to be going down on the billiards table, but it does not matter as Neptune takes care of Miami and Oregon State wins. Absolutely phenomenal finish. Just what we like to see. I think this is going to be a great battle all night, Jay-Z.
Yeah, well, Oregon State, they proved that they were indeed the superior team here on Coastline. It isn't the Oregon map, but it is tonight. Oregon State did take control of their own map pick, and they took control of this series early on. A 7-3 victory is decisive. They didn't give up a single attacking round once the halves switched. We did predict that as well, and our predictions seem to be pretty spot on here tonight rather than the classic caster curse. And we've got map two, coming right up. It's going to be Clubhouse. That is Illinois' map pick. And we're going to see exactly what they can do there, if they can bring this fight to Oregon, and if they can take it back and equalize and send us to our decider. But we're going to go to a quick break before we do that, so we will see you in just a few moments.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are back for map 2 in this fantastic Open League playoff matchup in the round of 32. We are moving on to Clubhouse after Oregon State was able to take map 1 of Coastline. Once again, my name is Jays Wills and Barrett is joining me tonight in the booth. Barrett, talk to me. How do you feel after map 1?
If I'm in Oregon State's camp, I'm feeling really good. I know that was the map you wanted to pick, but you are getting to start out to defend. If I'm right, they get to defend right here on Clubhouse. So you gotta feel good right now. If you're Illinois, though, you can't be hanging your head just yet, though, because this is the map you got to pick as we get to see Clubhouse put out in front of us right now here on our as we go three wide. But I think you can't hang your head just yet. Of course, the bans are going to be very important as we're going to start off here with each side being picked here. But I think if you're right now Illinois, you want to start out. You're on the attacking side. Set the tempo. Of course, the classic Thatcher band is going to be taken off the board. So that's very interesting. But if you are Illinois, you have to start out with maximum tempo and set the pace.
I think you make a great point. And Oregon State definitely set the pace in map 1. So the job is now to Illinois if they can set the pace in map 2. And I do want to backtrack a little bit and talk a little bit about the ratings of these teams and comparing them a little bit on paper. Specifically because Oregon State, I would argue that Coastline is a perfect map for them. It feeds in to their strengths. They've got big fraggers on their team. If I'm looking at the ratings, they three of their core players, Sable, Neptune, and Sweaty, all have above 1.3 player ratings, all have above 1.7 KD. These are impressive statistics, and it was on full show for us in map number 1. Illinois, they don't have as much gun skill, at least on paper, than Oregon State do, and that is simply why a map like Coastline would absolutely go in the favor of Oregon State. But if you look at Clubhouse and you look at the kind of map that it is, I would consider this roughly a strat focused map where your strat is going to shine over your gun skill in most of the situations, where your macro strategy and your micro positioning are always going to be more important than your gun skill or your ability to quick peek someone at a particular position. Of course, gun skill is important. It is a very big effect in a round, but Clubhouse is one of those maps that feeds into that strat focus and will allow Illinois to get that traction back.
Yeah, and you hit it, I mean, right on the nose. This map here is super different. Just because what it takes to win each round, you get to certain extents. I mean, it's all about how you set up, especially on the defensive side. All about how you set up. I mean, we have double wall denial as we see from the Kaid and Bandit already. So, I mean, that right there is very important, right? Just to deter the attackers from getting free will, as we see the ace is now on the board. So, I mean, we're going to have double hard breaches. We also see a hard breach from there originally. So, I mean, this right here is going to be a great test right here in the first round just to see what happens. Who's going to win the wall denial right now? Because you mentioned position is huge, but it's all about who can get the walls open. I mean, opening up construction. The strip balcony is huge, and then getting the outside of CCTV is huge as well. So getting the walls open is going to be basically the main factor of who wins these sites, or at least this first round.
I absolutely agree. And of course, we do have those two hard breachers. You're bringing Ace and you're bringing Thermite. This is going to be, a hard breach duo that we're going to see here. And oddly enough, we don't have any hard breacher bans. We didn't talk much about our ban phase, but we can go through it now. We've got the Mira, the Thatcher off the table, the Capitao, and the Malusi gone. Capitao is a more uncommon ban, but it is a viable ban nonetheless because Capitao feeds in to an aggressive basement take, an aggressive attacking strategy that can be very powerful, probably in the hands of Oregon State. More likely, that is the reason that Illinois chose to ban that Cappy Tau this evening. But in round number 1, the CCTV cache site will be the focus rather than this basement site, and it will be Oregon State on the defense rather than on the attack. They had strong defenses on Coastline, but their attacks outshined them to say the least. And so here on Clubhouse, they are going to be looking to get this pressure going on defense, It is Clubhouse. It's a defensive sided map, and you are likely to have a good amount of success here as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and it looks like the attack is already starting to formulate from the west side here, that gym side, which was, left bare, unreinforced. You have only so many in the pool that you can reinforce here. So we're going to see Miami take it in. I'm sorry, Miami from the University of Illinois, take it in from there. So, I mean, everything's going to be safe up until you get to this construction where things are going to get a little bit heavily contested. But right now, we're going to see Neptune on the flank. Maybe he'll make something of this as he's going to go back down to the basement. So right now, it's going to be who can get the picks right now. I mean, this doesn't seem contested, but unfortunately, there is no hard breacher through that gym side to open up the construction wall of cash. So we're going to see what happens here is we're going to see Miami, the one who is lurking in and White Fiber, going to take some damage himself. But right now, I think you have to establish control. If you're in master bedroom right now, flood it, but you're going to have to figure out how to get some picks right now because there are roamers laying around in this building.
Yeah, there are roamers. There is Neptune. He is looking to make a world of difference in this particular defense. And with only a minute remaining, that difference has largely been made already. Simply wasting time and stalling out this attack. It has been quite effective so far and is going to be looking to provide a very fatal flank if the opportunity presents itself. And now Miami challenging on this CC window, looking on through, hoping to find some picks, but nobody is going to present the opportunity just yet. And with the Selma charges going down, making it harder to lock down this site, Neptune will find another pick, taking out Miami. That's the IQ off the board. Only 4 attackers now remain. And with 40 seconds left, this push is getting harder and harder by the minute. Parsnipes is going to get taken down by a brilliant push from SC249, but he's going to get taken down from a push from Sable as well. So now Sable watching carefully over the teammate as Quiet Fibers hits the floor. It's Stormy Days and Lucky, the last remaining attackers from Illinois, to make this one happen. You need your attacks to be successful on Clubhouse if you want to win this map, and so far, it is not looking too good for Illinois. 10 seconds are all that remains. Lucky's going to push on through, finds one, looks for a second, but that's going to be denied, and it will be quite Fiber. All that remains to find 4, and never had a chance. Oregon State, round number 1, comfortably under their belt.
Yeah, absolutely great execution by the Oregon State. I gotta get that out of my system. Oregon State there as they were able to kind of cocoon up there as they were able to get the wall that I had talked about earlier in the round, but they were not able to turn the corner into cash into CCTV, which ultimately is where you want to be able to plant the diffuser. But the help, I think the big pick right there was seeing Parsnipes go down as I'm not I'm sorry, not Parsnipes, but as we saw Miami go down with the IQ because that was the person who was able to apply pressure from the server window outside, but creating a crossfire. But you were unable to do that once Miami went down. A great pick by Neptune, who was on the roam. But ultimately, I think Oregon State felt pretty comfortable that whole round.
I'd absolutely agree. They definitely felt comfortable, and it was shown by their play style. They took the gunfights that they were going to win, and they took them with confidence. That's what we saw on Coastline. And if Illinois allows Oregon State to be filled with that confidence again, things are going to slip away much faster than Illinois would like. Now we're sitting at round number 2. It is a basement attack now that Illinois are going to need to get underway. And this, again, is a tough attack, but now with the Habana in play, Habana has not been banned. This is going to make these attacks all that more easy. However, if you're not going to bring a Maverick, the danger is that if Sweaty can perfectly place these Kaid Electro Claws and make them very tough to destroy, then even the Habana and the Ace will have a very tough time actually opening these hatches, and we don't see the Maverick being played here.
Yeah, and I was just about to mention that they're not bringing the Maverick, and for that sole reason. I mean, you have, that's the basically the counter almost to the Kate, as we're gonna see. Actually, Sabo go down, in an attempt to maybe get a spawn peak there. He's gonna go down, so they're gonna be going through dirt here as the basement is down in Church and Arsenal. But an early pick here to go in the favor of the University of Illinois. So great on them, but Sabo kind of flew close to the sun. We saw on the last map, looking up on the roof, but this time plays too close and catches the heat for it.
Yeah, now with that disadvantage, Oregon State are going to be looking to play a bit more passively, a bit more withdrawn, as they will now be locking down this site from this inevitable dirt push that Miami is attempting to bring to the table here. Working up dirt is a very good position to be in for many attacking teams. However, it can also be a grave for many attacking teams. You need to be careful not to commit too much utility here, because that doorway can quickly turn into a fatal funnel with every attacker who walks through gets taken down before they even get a chance. And now with this kitchen hatch open, now with the site control, or at least the site vision established by this attack, they are going to be looking to extend that control into some actual execute, into some actual diffuser put on that ground.
Yeah, we're gonna see Lucky here trying to clear out the roaming presence of Neptune, which has been very apparent, at least for the first round here, to show what has happened here right now for them. So I mean, deterring the attack right now, despite having the man advantage, it still feels like Oregon State, though Stormy Daisy is going to take down Pars types, was in comfortable position. I may have spoke too soon, and is already going to be a 3v5, but anything like that, I mean, it's just tough.
Yeah, now you only have that 50 seconds remaining. You only have a little bit to hold on to, but Sweaty finding that one will keep things in their hands. But SC249 will answer it brutally back right away. And now with only 2 defenders remaining and this Illinois attack looking ever stronger, they are going to be looking to establish this control. One pick has now reigned in the favor of Oregon State, and there's only 2 players remaining. Now only one, as it is Neptune off-site with eyes on the diffuser. Now this is something I hadn't even noticed yet, that Neptune had the ability to stall out this push by keeping an eye on the diffuser, but unfortunately, we had a sneaky SC249 grab that diffuser and now is running to get that plant down in church. And now, seconds away from a post-plant situation, Neptune is going to have to get quite aggressive here. Going to have to save this round in a desperate attempt, but with 2 full HP attackers covering this, it is going to be a brutally challenging retake situation. Neptune going to try to challenge on through, but is going to get brutally shut down by SC249, and it will be the attackers to take round 2 and to equalize the score at 1-1.
Yeah, SC doing an absolute prime sneak job of just on it, like basically a drive-by of grabbing the diffuser and getting the plant down with seconds left before the round expired. Puts Neptune in such a tough position to deter the attack right then and there. Great job of the University of Illinois to get the job done and to tie this up on a map that they would like to keep the round going here, to keep the momentum going, to extend it to a third map. So great job by them. Let's hope they keep it up. And it is looking like now my co-host has left.
Apologies there. The classic
Oh,
muted issue. But what I was
I
saying,
gotcha.
what I was saying very passionately to the wall in front of me was that Illinois, they are going to really need to continue this momentum and get as many rounds as they can on this attacking half. Because in order to take this to our decider map of Cafe, they have to put up quite a performance here on Clubhouse. They have to take this fight to Oregon State and make Oregon State really work for this round after round. And that is something that we saw on Coastline is by no means an easy feat to accomplish, and is something that is going to have to happen for them going forward. Because if they are not able to take Clubhouse, that will be the end of Illinois' playoff hopes. That will be the end of their winter 2020 season. So they're fighting for everything right now.
Yeah, and pardon my interruption there, Jay-Z. I thought I thought maybe the inverse just happened as we transpired to another map that the gods took your internet too from there. But yeah, the good old mute button is a gift and a curse in itself. Especially setups have changed all around since quarantine. But yeah, that's all right. You're right though. Illinois got to keep the momentum going in order to keep their playoff hopes alive here. These are not playoff teams for nothing. So as we just see our feed go out here, but looking to establish an attack again here to keep it going and get the rounds that you want on attack that are also hard to get, as we're going to see Sweaty take down Miami.
Yeah, that early pick going in the favor of Oregon State. Things are a bit switched around now. This time, Oregon State is on that entry pick. They're starting things off strong here in round number 3. But they're going to have to maintain this advantage. And on defense, when you get those early picks, often you get antsy, you get eager, you get ready to get some more picks, and that is when the attackers will swiftly take the man advantage back. They will swiftly regain control, and they will swiftly proceed to make you pay for every small mistake. And if Neptune is not careful, those mistakes could very well be close by, and the pressure down main stairs from Lucky pressuring directly onto this bomb site is going to be looking to find some traction for this attack as well. But it will not be the case, as Soup with the Alda, the 81 bullets will mow down the head of the Ash. Lady Luck not on the side of her namesake here in round number 3 with only a minute and 15 seconds left. Illinois are going to have to muster something incredible.
Yeah, all the go Burr taking down Lucky, as we're going to see the Roamers still having a presence here, and that is going to have to be a focus for Illinois here, as Neptune has done an excellent job stalling. Soup, though even they make it past the Roamers, makes it a mistake as he's going to gun down whoever comes down the main stairs. SC right now is going to be firing through the floor to get any prayers. We're going to see the Kairos pellets go down on the floor to open up any lines of sight for him, but to no avail right now. Everything is just not going right now in the favor of Illinois, but it's only just one round, so you can't worry about it too much.
Yeah, it's a fantastic point. You don't want to be overly worried about those small mistakes. You don't want to be overly mentally invested in those critical errors because it all can spiral down from that point forward. Now, I believe we're headed into what should be this execute situation. One pick reigns out for Oregon State here. Only 2 attackers remain. And without the diffuser able to go down, the vertical play from above was too much. And Stormy Days is left all alone on the site with nothing able to do. With 1 second left, could potentially get the diffuser down, but Soup and the Maestro have something to say about that, delivering the pick and delivering Oregon State to another round.
Yes, the Alda getting the job done, saving the round for Oregon State here, extending their lead to 2-1. Of course, I think if you're Illinois, you have to, and we see it right now, a Jackal being brought. You have to figure out a way to get rid of these roamers right now, because those are the time stallers, the thorn in the sides of these attackers. I mean, there is no way to really establish an attack without resistance if you have all of these roamers flowing around. It makes you check every corner. It stalls out your attack, or it even makes you take longer than what you probably should in an original planned session or a practice or a play that you would like to think, just because you have different variables from those roamers.
That is a perfect point. That is absolutely true. I mean, we're gonna see that roam pressure. It's so impactful at times, and carefully though, it's also can be quite dangerous to over aggress on roam. It can really put your anchors in a bad position. But in round number 3, those roamers made a brilliant impact. They did not get cut down early. After the early pick, they played it passive, they played it patient, and they played it smart. And as any good roamer will tell you, that is exactly what you need to do at all times. Simply allow the attackers to get going on their attack. Force them to deal with you. Make sure that they have to push through you at some point or drone you out at some point, or their attack will be unsuccessful. That's exactly what Neptune did, and it's exactly what Sable is attempting to do in round number 4.
Yeah, and Sable is going to do his job here. He's already taken out a couple drones, which kills the intelligence factor of this attack right now, as it seems like they're going to be breaking a down garage. Of course, a perfect way, an alternate way if you do not want to deal with that exterior wall of CCTV, is we're going to see them shooting down from the hatch in logistics, as Neptune is going to make his way back to site, which is smart, because we just talked about how you don't want to over-aggress, or be overly aggressive. But I spoke too soon, as he's going to walk back into bathroom. But that's okay. We're going to see Parsnipe's going to go down here. But Stormy Days is going to almost look like a trade, actually, because he is down right now. So his teammates got to get him up. He wants to keep his attack going and the man advantage. But right now, you have a minute 45 left. You really have to get going here before you become too predictable as a team.
Yeah, and the predictability will be found and will be capitalized on by Illinois. That's another player finding their graves. Sable will find a response and will cut down Lucky. That's a start, but more traction is going to have to be found here if this defense is going to find its success. You only got 3 defenders left, and 3 defenders who appear to be hunting for some kills here and need to be playing a bit more passively and playing this a bit more patiently. But Neptune, who's caught offsite, is going to go for the Hail Mary play. That's Miami getting cut down. His impact has been found. Now things are at 3-3. Things are on even footing now, and with Neptune a dangerous, dangerous threat in the side of this attack, now Illinois have to turn their focus to Jim. They have to completely 180 and worry about their flanks. This is a brilliant decision from Neptune to not only make his presence felt, but to now retreat, hide out in Jim, and make the attackers panicked about what the backside has in their future. And with that shot from Sable, that's going to be another player cut down. Illinois with only 2 attackers remaining. Everything has changed in round number 4.
And Neptune doing his job yet again. White Fiber's going to have to worry about him, but he doesn't even come through Logistics doorway. Soup is going to gun down Stormy Days, leaving it a 3v1 situation here left for University of Illinois. So he's going to have to do some work here, hit some shots, pre-fire onto Red Stairs. No one is home, though, so he is going to have to get the plant down, but it is going to be very scary as it looks like he is. It doesn't look like he's trying. He lays the smoke down, guns down Sable, but is not going to be able to get the plant down. You know, I think you're in a tough position there, regardless, stuck in a rock in a hard place. I mean, you have 3 defenders on you. You throw the smoke down there, but to no avail, did not get the diffuser.
Yeah, to no avail indeed. We're not able to make that one happen in those closing moments. And so just like that, Oregon State will extend that lead. It is 3-1 now, and on their defensive half, this is the performance that they were surely looking to put up tonight on Clubhouse. We talk about Clubhouse and how defensive-sided it can be at times. And sitting at 3-1, going ahead to a potentially 4-1, that is exactly where you want to be. You want to get that 4-2 or even that 5-1 split on this defense. But we're not going to see Church and Arsenal again. This defending team is not wanting to let Illinois find any possible success. We are heading to the tertiary bomb site, actually, because we did see that Church defense go down successfully just 2 rounds ago. So this is the only viable site that is now remaining for Oregon State, and the one that now they have the responsibility to lock down.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. I mean, they don't have a choice to go anywhere else. Bringing the castle is a smart job, though, here, because they do provide double extra layer of protection and a Goyle shield. So if it does get hairy here, I am assuming they're going to break out, make some foothold. Yes, with the Super Shorty, Castle is going to come out here and destroy the bottom here to create line of sights for these attackers, because once you hop in on that B site, there's really nowhere else for you to hide other than maybe the bench press there or the squat rack. I can't really tell what it is from above, but that exercise equipment will not provide enough balance, or I'm sorry, a cover in order for you to get the diffuser down. So right now, very smart play of what Oregon State is doing right now. It's going to be very tough for Illinois to deter this defense right now. I'm sorry, break this defense because that is a very good strategy they have just installed.
Yeah, this is such an important hold, this hold on that gym hallway, because that allows you to keep your hard breach denial on the jacuzzi wall, a point of contention in every gym and bedroom attack. Another point of contention that is very common is this cache extension, an extension that needs to be dealt with efficiently from any attacking team if they want to get a pressure on bedroom from the construction side of this top floor. And Neptune, the Jaeger, elected to be the player on this cache extension, is going to use the utility, use those reinforcements that now surround him to lock down cache as long as possible and hopefully find a couple of kills along the way. This is where one of those castle barricades is going to be employed. You're going to have goo mines all over the place to allow Neptune and Sable to hold this down. Right now, they're just trying to get any bit of damage onto the attackers. They're just trying to shoot out the feet, as Sable will be going prone there, looking for some shots. But now, it's up to this attack. They need to clear this extension swiftly, and more swiftly than they're doing right now, if they want this construction pressure to be existing in this round at all.
Yeah, and this extension is so big here. As we're going to see Sabo get some shots laid down onto Stormy Days, but the important part of that extension is having the construction wall to Cash here open, so you're able to create a line of sight even if they do break down the castle barrier, which they have already done. But you're able to have at least a line of sight to deter those people coming in from CCTV. As we're going to see the strip balcony wall that was reinforced opened up here as Sabo is going to indicate to his team. But Neptune, who was the person part of this extension, still doing an excellent job as being a time waster, is done a very good job as destroying people. K tricking has been done here very well. Another thing we didn't even talk about, Jay-Z, was that they finally brought a Maverick. The first time I think they've done tonight, and they have done an excellent job of opening the door. I mean, they finally, deterring. You brought the blowtorch out. You're able to deter everything, but right now they are not doing anything right now to create any pressure on Oregon State.
That's absolutely the case. And now with 20 seconds left, Illinois are going to need to really get this going. But they haven't even opened the jacuzzi wall. The time is gone, and now Miami is going for the Hail Mary plays. Sable has been taken down, but Neptune is ever present and will be jumped up and will actually be cut down by Lucky. With Parsnipes finding one kill, but without any time on the clock, there is simply no way for the push to happen. Illinois had no shot when it came down to those 20 seconds. They did not deal with the cache extension we talked about. They did not deal with the jacuzzi wall. They did not even get that wall open by the time the round was concluded, and that is no way to win a attack on gym and bedroom. It's a tertiary site for a reason. It is a harder site to defend, but it appears that Oregon State, they've got that defense under their belt, and Illinois, they don't quite have what it takes to attack that site just yet.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about just them going into not having any. It looked like no not communication, but lack of communication, but something to the extent of, okay, what are we? What area are we going to attack? The extension was huge. I think Neptune right now has gotten the MVP of Time Staller for this map so far because right now it is. He has done an excellent job of roaming. Putting the attackers off balance, making them check every corner. But if you're gonna attack, you gotta attack the jacuzzi wall. You have the operators to do so. They're gonna stick with the Maverick, but I think you have to get with the program earlier if you're gonna try to do that. Not even breaking open an exterior wall that's close to the bomb site with 25 seconds left usually is not going to allow you to win an attacking round, let alone even get frags there towards the end. So tough strategy. Hopefully they're going to implement it quicker. You'd like to see them try to do whatever they'd like to do, make this kind of a match. But so far, Oregon State seems to be in the driver's seat.
They absolutely do, and Sable is on the roam once again, heading for that full strip roam, that full disappear, hide in the corner, and wait for your presence to be felt just a bit later. A viable strategy, but one that Neptune will not be undertaking. Neptune, it wants to get into a fight early, because Neptune is feeling confident. A couple of good gunfights have gone in the Jaeger's favor, and so far, in round number 6, he's going to be looking to hold that Raptors position and lock off entrance from that garage side. But now with the Maverick in play that we talked about Illinois bringing for the first time in round number 5, they're going to be looking to open up this dirt tunnel and get the pressure going from all angles, because that is what was so helpful for them in the time that they did find a round win on this attack. They won it on this basement site, and they won it by advancing onto the bomb site with efficiency, with a decisiveness that we haven't seen from them since that point. They're stalling out a little bit. They're not quite as efficient with those pushes, and to do so, to get these round wins, they're going to have to keep up that aggressive pressure. Quite Fiber going to start things off in style, but Sable will have an answer for that and will cut down the Ash of Lucky.
Yeah, and a big pick, though, for the University of Illinois is you've taken down Neptune, who right now we talked about earlier, this Time Staller, or at least I said the Time Staller MVP as of right now. It's going to be interesting to see how Dirt Tunnel, if he has made it all the way up into the basement yet. It's hard to tell if he's in there just yet. A switching of the diffuser also important right now, especially we're going to see what happens here. But Sabo is still going to be floating around just to see what he's going to do. I don't think they know that he's in kitchen just yet. Of course, undetected by drones. But right now, with a minute left, it doesn't even seem like we have gotten into their attack yet. As we're going to see White Fiber open up the door. Nitro Cell flies up is not going to hit though, but he's going to get hit by a gun. So that is okay because Sweaty's going to take care of him. Sabo going to be just toying with a drone, trying to be careful with it. Bullets are going to be flying down, and Sweaty's going to be going down to almost minimal health. The Maverick did make it through the basement here, but you got to get going here at some point as the Vigil does go down.
Yeah, with Sable cut down, now the attackers have a direct line of sight without any pressure from offsite. You only have these anchors to deal with. You only have Parsnipe, Soup, and a very low HP Sweaty to deal with, and you have to do it efficiently, but oh my goodness, Parsnipes lines them up, finds a double kill, and Sweaty with the conclusion. Oregon State, round number 6, cleanly in their hands after some beautiful on-site play from their anchors.
Yeah, excellent job. Though they lost their key roamer at the start of the round, Parsnipes and Sweaty able to close out strong to get the kill. Neptune does go down earlier, but that does not matter. Oregon State is able to extend their lead 5-1. You have to get going though. Like if you are, you're on defense now, but you still have to set the tone. If you're the University of Illinois, you don't want your playoff hopes to die in such a fashion that you didn't want it to be. Of course, flashing the Mozzie and bringing out the Jaeger. Of course, I think it's going to be a 6-pick though. So the chat says Fuse. It's very funny, but they don't even know that's not coming. So that is funny right there. But yeah, I think if you're the University of Illinois, you have to set the pace here to stop Oregon State.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. They are on their defensive half, of course. They do have the ability to run away with this one, or at least bring this one back and mount this comeback. But right now, Oregon State, we talked about the momentum all night, and Oregon State have all of it. They have all of the momentum firmly in their grasp, and they show no signs of letting it go. We are going to have to see an incredibly strong Illinois defense, one that they could not put up on Coastline, and unlike the attack that we just saw on that first half. Oregon are proving that they have come here to play, that this is the team that took Simon Fraser to all 3 maps. This is the team that is going to be a threat in these open league playoffs, and Illinois just haven't quite lived up to that Oregon State expectation just yet as we get into round number 7. We're going to have to see Illinois get this comeback going, because if you let Oregon State just take one more round, it is going to get very scary very quickly, because staring down match point and having to win 5 rounds in a row to bring it to overtime is a daunting task, to say the least.
Yeah, and of course, you don't want to be sitting on there. Illinois is going to have to pull out all the tricks right now in order to get any type of hope brought back to their side, because right now, Oregon State is in the driver's seat. They're bringing the Maverick, which we talked about was brought early at all. So we're going to see the Habana open up the garage area. But right now, looking at Sweaty, he's going to be opening up for his teammates here, as everyone's going to be on rappel. But it's going to be K-tricked away, though. Very good job from the defense, but that is going to be opened up. So all eyes are going to be seen into CCTV, and it's going to be all important here to see who can kill each other on this breach point here.
Yeah, now with that breach opened, of course, the Maverick trick being fully successful as it was, Sable's going to be looking to find some kills through that breach, but no kills are being delivered quite yet. You've got all 10 operators still on the board and still looking to find their impact in round number 7. Nobody has been taken down. Nobody other than Sweaty has lost HP. As I say that, though, Lucky will take a bit of damage. Some spraying on through that main door will result in the Legion losing about 40 of his health. And now the stuns are going to come in from the Zofia. Looks like they're attempting to get this executed. Miami on the full swing will miss the shots onto Sweaty. A crucial moment, and a crucial moment that was not capitalized on just yet. And now with 1 minute to go, or just under, it is now on Oregon State. They are the ones now with the responsibility to get this attack pressure mounting.
Yeah, and both teams being very methodical of how they are going to attack each site. Of course, you have to worry about the crossfire when you walk through this breach, but at the same time, you have to also go, as time is not going to be on your side here as we've hit the 40-second mark. but that is okay though. I mean, no side had really lost, equal amount of health. As soon as I say that though, Neptune's going to go down, and so is Sable. So SC and Miami getting it done for them right now. Stormy Days is going to take down Parsnipes. It's going to be a 5v2 in favor of the University of Illinois. Sweaty and Soup are going to be left here as Sweaty's going to take down Miami, but no health and very little time left here. You're going to have to get a defuse down. Sweaty's going to take down SC, and he is going to have to get the plant down right now, though. But the Jaeger is going to go down, so Quiet Fiber is going to go down from Soup. Could they get this off here? No, Stormy Days is going to take down Sweaty, and that is going to be the end of that round as they win round 7. So staying alive here, staying off match point. University of Illinois does a good job of playing patient, establishing crossfires, though one side of it does go down. The refrag was there, and they were able to keep their hopes alive here, staying off match point.
Yeah, they will stave off their defeat, at least for the time being, finding that round, putting it in their pocket, and hoping to move on with the momentum that they are hoping to gain. But Oregon State, are a strong attacking team. We saw it on display on Coastline. That last round wasn't as strong. They struggled with time management, the issue that's been plaguing Illinois for both of these maps, but now they have the chance to refocus. They have the chance to not allow Illinois to come back here because this could very well start to go in Illinois' favor. They're on the defensive half. I've said this before, but I will repeat it because it is so important. It's Clubhouse. Defensive sided, your 4-2 split is expected. So getting that back, getting this lead back is all but possible for Illinois. They could absolutely make this one happen if Oregon State are not careful.
Yeah, and if University of Illinois is able to stifle the attack consistently, build momentum, build morale back, because I have to imagine it was maybe a little bit down during those attacking rounds here on Clubhouse. I think you have to establish crossfires here again. It looked like they were had a couple drones coming out of dirt tunnel there, so having a couple people spawn from that side may be an indicator of where they are trying to attack from. But right now, if you are also, you have to mimic Oregon State's pressure, of having a roamer around here. So it doesn't look like right now there is any type of roamer right now, which is scary because they are bringing a fuse. It was 6 picked away, so that could be part of their plan. Maybe they don't think that they're actually bringing a fuse this time. So all very important. But Miami is going to take down Soup, who is looking around, basically prone in the drone hole. Not sure what happened there, but a very bad miscue.
Yeah, the combat through that drone hole, it happens every once in a while. And when it does, it's always so unexpected, and it usually goes in the favor of the defender. I'm not going to lie to you. The angle of the hill that the attacker is proning on, that's trying to look through that position, often gets punished for that look. And that's exactly what Miami will do. The Kaid racking up kill number 4 on Clubhouse and is looking to allow Illinois to start making this comeback right here. The cluster charge will detonate, hoping to remove that Electro Claw from play, but Miami is below and will be raining a C4 sky high, and Parsnipes will be no more. The Maverick gone, the ability to open this hatch gone. You don't have any hard breach utility left. You only have 3 fragging operators. You've got cluster charges, you've got an AK-12, and a breaching hammer. But that is not enough. You need to get this hatch open, or now this attack is forced to completely refocus, completely pivot. It is now going to have to be either a full blue send or a full main stairs send, and SC249 wielding this Alda has got something to say about that.
Yeah, and the Legion goo mine's already taking in great effect here, as now everyone knows people are coming through the main door. Still don't have the diffuser, though. Not too worried about that just yet. Sweaty's going to pick up White Fiber, though. The nade actually not going to make it all the way through the floor. He's going to take a little bit of damage, Sweaty is. So I don't know how that didn't fall through the slits of the floor, but that is okay. Sable's going to be looking at the main, but just you mentioned, JZ, SC with the Alda is going to fire and going to catch a little bit of piece of the Zofia sitting down there. Right now, you're in the driver's seat right now. If you're University of Illinois, it's a 4-3 situation right now. 30 seconds. Time is on your side, so basically you're at a 5v3. SC is going to be taking a little bit of bullets basically from a very odd angle from the kitchen. But right now, you have to go if you are Oregon State. You want to get something moving here. Like you mentioned, Jay Z, coming from the blue, but I don't know if it's just going to be enough.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for Neptune finding his grave. Lucky delivering that one. Sable looking to respond, but the Alda denies it. And now with no time left, Sweaty going for the miracle play, but it will be for naught as SC249 will wield the Alda and use it to its full force. The main stairs send, the blue stairs send that we foretold was not going to have any chance. Those early picks, those two extremely potent early picks onto the only hard breachers of that attack made it all over before the attack could even get started, Barrett.
Yes, University of Illinois though has done an excellent job. I mean, this is what we talked about right before that round transpired was building momentum. Now they have to go up to gym and bedroom. We'll see if they're bringing the castle and the mute. Basically, the same lineup that Oregon State brought when they brought to this site. So we'll see if the strat is basically well known around in the R6 community or not. But right now, you have to just keep building momentum. If the University of Illinois, you can afford to lose a round, but being on the fact that your season is one game away is tough, and it doesn't want to be looming in your head if you are the University of Illinois.
That's a great point. You don't want those rounds looming, and you're going to have to make this comeback soon, but they have started it. They have started with 2 rounds under their belt now, and only 2 more to make up this deficit. But if you're seeing what I'm seeing, Barrett, the tertiary bomb site is now back in play. The harder site to defend, and one that Illinois could not attack, which suggests that maybe the understanding of this site is a little bit lacking. However, Oregon State have had back-to-back attacking rounds that have been huge on the struggle bus. They have been unable to get much pressure going in the amount of time that they have to work with. Time was the problem for Illinois last time, and now that Oregon State have switched to the attack, time has been their problem 2 rounds in a row now. They need to be more efficient with their attack, and this is a site where we will see if they can be efficient or if they simply will stall out and struggle to open these walls, get that cache extension dealt with just like Illinois did on the first half.
And it's interesting to see. We didn't get to look through the observer's point of view. I wanted to see where Castle had laid his reinforcements at because, unlike Oregon State, they did not place them both in the exterior window and the wall inside, or I'm sorry, the door inside of gym. So right now it looks like they placed one in master. Oh, they did place one outside of gym. Okay, hard to see from the vertical sometimes. Doesn't matter. They're gone now. But I just wanted to see where they went. But you're right. Everything seems so methodical right now, Jay Z, as both teams have let the clock basically determine them right now. So we've seen where the other castle one has been selected. So great job by our observer. Excellent job as always. Sweaty's going to be using the Maverick here to open up, but there are waiting bullets for him as he's going to get the torch going. Key ADSs are going to be holding everything. But right now, you have to just worry about the exterior wall, I think is the sole priority. Plus, the gym, both exterior windows have been already broken by the attack.
Yeah, and they need to get this wall open, and Sweaty, with the assistance of the IQ, is going to try to do that, but Lucky is trying to contest this as much as possible and will get punished for it. Miami also got punished a few moments ago off screen, dealing with that extension, and now there's only 3 Illinois defenders remaining. We did say that this was a tough site to defend, and it has proven to be a bit too tough for Illinois thus far. But the time is still a factor. It is still ticking away, and Stormy Day's time on this earth will be ticking away as well. Now Illinois only has 2 of their defenders remaining, and Quite Fiber is well off site and is not going to be able to shoot the target, unable to land the shots, and now with only 1 defender remaining, simply just spraying and praying it will be 1 kill delivered. Soup will find the shots. Now SC249 against 4 is going to have to claw this one back, going to have to find a miracle play. But now with the diffuser on the ground, Sweaty with the headshot, Oregon State will take round number 9.
Wow, and valiant effort to SC as he killed the diffuser originally. While you were giving the commentary, I really thought that he was going to hold an angle on the diffuser there, but he must have just not see it fall out from the body that he had just killed. Excellent shot by Sweaty though, tough shot while vaulting all the way into server window there into CCTV. Excellent job, great job. Put it to 6-3 now. Oregon State, one round away, one win away. Sorry, I can't talk. Away from extending their playoff journey, and Illinois is up to nothing, or they're up to basically zero chances left here. We have to see they have no margin of error left. They have to win out in order to extend this to a third map.
Yeah, and the winner of tonight will go ahead to the round of 16, and they will have a brutal opponent to face. The number one seed in the Open League playoffs, Kettering University, will be going head to head with the victor of tonight. And just last night, Kettering delivered a brutal 14-1 performance against the Oregon Brethren, Oregon Tech, and dominated them to say the least. And so tonight is a match where these two teams not only have to sweat their way through against each other, but they also have to set their eyes on next week. They have to be practicing constantly. They have to be studying Kettering just as Kettering is studying them right now. And last night, we weren't able to answer the very important question of what is a Kettering, but we were able to answer the question of why Kettering is in that number one seed and why they deserve to be in that position in these Open League playoffs. But our focus will shift back and will remain on the matchup we have in front of us. 3 rounds now is the deficit that Illinois have to make up. They've shown they can do it, but the tertiary bomb site victory proved too elusive. Heading back to CCTV and Cash, will they be able to find that momentum and bring it back in their favor?
Jay-Z, just going back, I don't think we'll ever know what a Kettering is. Of course, they will have to. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe at the end of all of this, maybe, but I really don't think so. I don't even think they know what a Kettering is. But yes, you're right. They're gonna have to look ahead here. But right now, we're gonna be looking at Oregon State, looking to put the finishing touches on this round here to extend their playoff run to get to the round of 16. And of course, we'll probably talk about that later after this round here. But right now, opening up the exterior wall to CCTV as they are looking to identify the Kaid Claw. Didn't bring an IQ this time. Interesting enough because that was seen to be a very good play for them last time.
Well, the big thing we are seeing here is Sweaty on the Maverick. This is the big difference that's separating Oregon State from Illinois right now. Using the Maverick, not an easy operator to use, Maverick tricking, some would call it an art, is not easy to make happen. And with Parsnipes finding quite fiber, stopping him up quite ironically for the round, now only 4 Illinois defenders remain. But like I was saying, the point I was trying to make there is that Maverick is that key operator that Oregon State are bringing that Illinois only brought on the second half of their attack, and it's why their attack struggled so early on. And with a successful, artful Maverick tricking opening up this CC wall, SC249 forced to back off on the Raptors, hold a long angle as Sable and Sweaty will look to contest this, but Sweaty will overaggress and the Alda will do its job and find its target true. SC249 will send Sweaty to his early grave, and now with 1 minute remaining on this round, Illinois have the advantage. They may not have the man advantage, but time and health is hugely on their side as Parsnipes and Neptune have no health to their name. But nor does Stormy Days as Parsnipes deliver him to his grave as well. And now with the 3 remaining defenders, Illinois are looking to close this one out and hope to stay in these playoffs for just another round.
Yes, and it looks like almost every attacker is on construction other than the one on the exterior wall there of CCTV. It looks like Lucky's throwing out a goo mine in order to give himself an audio cue in order to know that someone is going to gun him down. Of course, 20 seconds left here. They got to get stuff going. The fuser is down, just now picked up. They're going to look to have to get this with frags, but right now you are pinned down on red stairs. Oh, here we go. Miami looking to get an awesome flank here. Oh, I don't think they know that he's here. No, he does not. Guns him down on green box. SC249 guns him down, and he gets another kill there. And that is it. Right now, there, Illinois stays alive right there to stay to keep their season alive, basically right now. And I think the flank by Miami was huge. And excuse me, 249 did an excellent job with all the again raining bullets down to stop the attacking force.
Well, that is another successful CCTV and cash defense But the problem with the deficit that Illinois had going into their defensive half is that means that they could not lose or cannot lose another bomb site. They have to have a flawless cycle. They have to have Church and Arsenal now perfect. And then they have to have the elusive tertiary bomb site win under their belt as well. The one win that proved elusive on that first half of this second split. And so now going back to the basement, I would expect them to find similar success here. They really stopped Oregon State brutally the last time we saw this bomb site in play, but their sights still have to be set on that future match as well. They still, of the future round as well. They still have to be wondering, how are they going to change up their tertiary bomb site hold if they are able to win this round? But in the same token, in the same vein, Oregon State don't want it to go that far. They want to end it right here on a site attacking a site that is a very common site to attack. You need to have a good attack for this site, and it's one that Oregon State hugely struggled with in that first attacking round, or second attacking round, and something that they will need to solve if they want to end this series right now.
And a couple, I think we should say quirky things, maybe just odd things that happened the last time we were on this site was we saw the drone hole combat in Dirt Tunnel there. I don't think that's going to happen again as we see Stormy Days going back out there. Oh, we see bullets raining outside, but I don't think it is going to happen like that again. Wishful thinking. I think Miami is going to be down there. I look at his teammates telling him, listen, there is no one there this time. We know that. He does not know that. But I think that was just odd things that happened last round to prevent Oregon State from getting them. Of course, when you have so many guns off the board, it's hard for you to make up for it right now. So we're going to see Sweaty looking like to be a kitchen approach here. As we're going to see a Selma charge go on Dirt Tunnel, but we're going to see. I just don't think this is going to be the way you want to attack it right now. Go through kitchen, get that vertical control. You have all the ability in the world. You have a sledge to open up lines of sights for people. But I think right now you have 2 minutes left. You kind of got to get going, but you're not out of it yet.
Well, the
Oh,
same problem has
oh,
happened again. The
oh no.
C4 from below has sent Sweaty to his 6-foot fate, and now there's only one hard breacher remaining, and Soup cannot be taken down. Otherwise, this attack will be over again before it can even get started. Soup has not used much of his hard breach. Soup is simply hanging out in bar while Sable is trying to go for some big plays here, pushing straight down main stairs, and the magnet toss from Quite Fiber will result in that 6-foot grave being found as well. Lucky tempting this swing, but it would be a dangerous one as Sable is keeping a watchful eye on Moto. SC249, 13 kills to his name so far, is looking to add to that tally, spraying down with all of those 81 bullets onto Sable, pressuring down main stairs. And with 1 minute remaining, the man advantage now equalized, but the Selma charge is getting snagged by the magnets. Now with the last remaining hard breach gadget, Oregon State is hoping that this is going to help them take this round, but it is looking harder by the second.
Yeah, and the waste of a Selma charge on Dirt Tunnel was not really needed there. Of course, you still get the one on the church wall there, but we're going to see Parsnipes here maybe getting a flank here on the defense right now. Oh, his position is known. The Lucky is known. So he is stuck right now as there isn't a rotate hole. And Parsnipes is going to take down Lucky, who challenged Parsnipes. Parsnipes getting another pick here. So it's going to be in favor right now. Never mind. His action is destroyed as Miami takes care of Parsnipes, who's getting on a roll there right at the end. 15 seconds left. The plant is going to have to go down at some point. I believe the plant is going to be going down from Ace from the church wall, so that is fine. The plant has 2 seconds to go down. It will. So the pressure is now on the University of Illinois to stop, and they get a pick on Neptune, making it a 2v2. But right now, time is now on the side of Oregon State. Sable and Miami trading shots. Stormy is knowing where he's at now. Stormy is going to know. Stable is going to go down for Miami, and Stormy Dace is going to take down Soup. So they get another round in favor of the University of Illinois. Excellent job to recover and to re-enter the site in order to win the match here. So we live on, Jay-Z. We stay on this match, and I am perfectly fine with that.
I am perfectly fine with it as well. We want to see the most competitive siege possible, and Illinois are making it exactly that. They are making it competitive. They are making it go down to the absolute wire, and we could very well go the distance here. Illinois hoping to fight this one back and send us to a possible map 3. But Oregon State, it's tertiary bomb site time. They know how to attack this site. They've done it successfully before, so now they are trying to do so again. In that last round, we saw Sweaty get taken out early, and once again, that C4 from below just could not be stopped. It was the bane of this attack, and now attacking Gym and Bedroom. Thankfully, C4s raining from below here are rarely an occurrence, but C4s can still rain out a window. We've got 3 operators who could very well be carrying one in their pocket, and so this team, this Oregon State team, is going to need to be careful that their Maverick doesn't meet the same fate that they have on multiple bottom floor attacks.
Yeah, and we're going to see, looks like a very similar site here. Very similar strategy here of getting the castle walls. I'm sorry, windows exterior and reinforced. That is fine, but I think right now you have all those C4s. Have a roamer downstairs. I don't know who you want it to be. I mean, it's going to be really tough. You really want maybe the mute to be the reinforcer, or I'm sorry, the one who can rain the C4 from above here. But it's going to be interesting how they're going to go back to the extension of cash, which is classic. That is fine. But right now you're gonna have to play again because you're on match point. Illinois, I guess you could say, has a momentum right now because they have gotten 2 very key important rounds here. But right now they are just playing for their season right now, or at least their time in CR6. And right now I couldn't ask for a better ending to a match between these two teams.
I couldn't ask for a better one either. If this one were to go to overtime, I would not complain at all. It would be great to see this one go the distance, and it would be great to see Illinois further this comeback that has been so prosperous for them so far. That is a 5-1 deficit, now only a 1 round deficit. We're sitting at 6-5. They're staring at match point, but they are not letting it get to their heads. Illinois are staying in this fight. SC249 has put the team on his back and has put copious amounts of frags on the board. Miami and Stormy Days are putting up numbers as well, and they are going to continue to hopefully put up numbers in this round, at least if you're an Illinois fan. And now Quite Fiber taking out a drone, looking for some more action here as the main stairs play is going through, and as the Maverick tricking is going down as well, trying to open this jacuzzi wall. That is what needs to happen successfully next for this attacking team.
Yeah, and unfortunate that the Legion is watching that hole as if you are the University of Illinois, you've seen that same Maverick hole opened up. Throw a nitro cell through there. You never know what could connect. As I basically just fall apart there, but have a chance there as we're gonna see the IQ going to work there, ignoring his teammate stuff. As Parsnipes is the one who tagged that at that goo mine, but is still running into it. The exterior wall of the jacuzzi is now going to be opened up, and that is going to be very important in favor of Oregon State here. But right now, the breach, he doesn't know that he has walked through here. So right now, they are making work very simple right now. No picks have been done, but they haven't really needed to just yet because I believe they're unaware to these defenders.
Despite being unaware, it seems that Parsnipes finds one and Neptune can find another pick. Miami, the next player to be cut down and taken off the board. So with 3 defenders now remaining from this Illinois team, Oregon State are looking strong here in this final round. 30 seconds are all that remains, and with another player hitting the floor with Sable, the C7E Warrior, delivering that player to their graves. SC249, Stormy Days. All that remains of this defensive presence. One more cut down. It's a 1v5. Stormy Days against the world. And with 10 seconds left, Oregon State actually still have to get the diffuser on the ground. Stormy Days will get one. That's the IQ. Parsnipe's gone. But the pinch is there, and Oregon State is out of it. They have made it happen. The match point delivered. The victory assured. And now they will head to the round of 16 against Kettering University.
And excellent job to both teams. Oregon State getting to move on. That is excellent for them. If you're the University of Illinois, though, you cannot hang your head. This is a very heavily loaded bracket here in this open series. I don't think you can be upset. If you've made the playoffs, that is great. You can't be upset whatsoever. I think it's now time to build on what you've learned and go back to the drawing board. Maybe work on some mechanics, some gunplay, different type of strats, and get together better as a team and be more cohesive. I don't think you can hang your head. I think this is excellent and good job to both sides.
Absolutely agree with you there. I think Illinois put up a good performance here tonight, and I would really hope to see them in season 6 come the spring. I'm really looking forward to seeing exactly what they're going to bring to the table because it does look like a team with potential, with some good gun skill, with some good strat books, with some good, IGLing, and a really good attempt at that match. But it was Oregon State, the stronger team on paper, and the stronger team in this matchup. And as we look for this interview with our victory team, we are going to be talking a little bit more about exactly what went down. I mean, Barrett, I honestly think that Oregon State was simply better in all aspects of the gameplay. And of course, that's overstating the difference between these two teams. They were pretty close. It was narrow at times, but I do think at every moment down the line, it was Oregon State who simply were better, who simply prevailed in all of those moments. But we're actually not going to have to wait any longer. Barrett, our interview has arrived. Sweaty from the victory team has emerged. Hello, my friend. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, especially after watching that battle go down. How are you feeling after that matchup?
I mean, obviously, it feels good, winning the first round of the bracket. They were the 17th seed, we were the 16th, so it was slated to be a very even matchup. We're looking forward to playing the next winner, and I mean, I like to give props to the Illinois guys. They played well. It was fun playing against them.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to keep
Oh,
this interview, sorry, Barrett. I'm going to keep this interview
you're good.
roughly short and sweet because just like that match, I guess we do want to get out of here and get our next match queued up. But before we do that, one question. You're going to be facing Kettering next week, the number 1 seed in this Open League playoffs. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but now you
I am.
are. So now, I mean, talking about your chances next week, talking about how much homework you guys are going to do going into that matchup against the number 1 seed, how are you guys going to prepare?
Hey, I mean, it's going to be a tough game. I mean, we might play the game for like an hour instead of not at all. Uh, but I mean, West Coast League was really stacked compared to some of the other leagues, so we're not really afraid.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Oregon State is not afraid to take down Kettering. The underdog story could very well be a factor. Wasn't it for your other Oregon brethrens last night of Oregon Tech, but maybe it will be for you next week. And finally, before you go, Sweaty, one last thing. This is your chance to shout out your support staff, your teammates, your school, your supporters, anyone who you'd like. The mic is yours.
Yeah, I'd like to. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to thank our school esports club. We're just getting off the ground. OSU esports. Sorry, I don't know their socials, but yeah, I'd like to thank my guys, Sable, for putting this all together. Twitch.tv/sweatycarrot, and yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us in the booth once again. Congratulations on your victory, and we look forward to seeing you take down Kettering next week.
Thank you. Have a good
All
night.
right. Have a good night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, match 1, series 1 of the night has been concluded, but things are only going to ramp up from here. 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we will see you back right here at CR6. We've got an epic matchup, Boise State, Michigan Tech, Premier Invite League round of 16 coming right up, and we will be back then. The stream is going to be off, so don't worry about that. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a sip. We'll see you in a moment.
Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.